Okay, this is CAD Methods, Lab 5.2, Part 2, Project 14-2, and it's on page 607. And here's the directions, and I'm going to cheat a little bit. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go back and I'm going to open up this Project 13.4. Okay, and then I'm going to do what we just did in the last lab, and I'm going to come down here to my layouts, right click it and say new from, or not new layout, but from template. And again, I have this mechanical B size, just like it calls out here, but mine's messed up, so I'm not going to use that. If you have one to use, go ahead and use that, but I'm going to go into the sheet sets and use this manufacturing imperial. So this is not a B size. When I say new, ANSI C, say OK, and see right here, it added a new sheet, new layout for me. This says use B. I used a C. So that's okay. So the rest of this has to do with creating a layout and a viewport and understanding paper space and model space. So this is my model space. I'm in this tab right here. And this is where I do all my drawing and dimensioning. This is my paper space, just like the lab. And when I went through that new from template, it created this sheet for me. This is paper space. So you can tell again by this blue UCS icon right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to type viewport. Now, this is exactly what I did before, and if I just stick to it, it's going to bring up this, and I can create a single viewport, and I can go click, and it'll put my drawing in there. But I want to use as much drawing space as I can. Now, this would be fine if I were to put that in there, and then I could add more viewports in here if I needed to, but I wouldn't want. I double click into model space. You can see my part goes into my title block, and I don't want that. So I'm going to click on paper space, I'm going to delete that viewport, and I'm going to go back and type viewports. Okay, so viewports. Now look here. You have viewports. To bring up that dialog box, you have a minus and a plus. Okay, I'm going to do the minus right here. And that's going to give me these choices. You can either click on it or type P and hit enter. Either one will work fine. And what this is going to let me do is this is going to let me draw from endpoint to endpoint or intersection to intersection and specify a custom viewport. And now I'm here, I right click and say enter. I've got my viewport in there. So if I double click into my model space, I can now come down here, scale, let's say 2 to 1, because this is a real small part. Place it there. I'm going to, whoops, I screwed that up. So 2 to 1, place it where you want. And normally we'd set the text height for all of this, and it would all scale appropriately. So now, the last thing I really need to do is take that viewport and then either put it on a viewport layer, or I'm going to put it on the def points layer so that it doesn't print. And then that is the intent of this Project 14-2, so Lab 5.2, Part 2, Project 14.2.